Yep, we're going to go live here for the first round of the second map of this ETF2L official between Clan and Epsilon. We'll see standard rollouts here from both demo men. I'm on Numlock's POV right now, seeing where he's going to go. He's going to go in through the lower. Rigo doing the exact same thing. They're actually dead even to middle. A little hard to screw up this rollout. We're going to see that early jump into the kitchen here from the red soldier. Bash gonna just move across point and take down Samzy instantly. The soldier aggression is denied out of Clan. They're just having to fall back here. Shocky and Bash not content that they're gonna move and take the kill onto Minimoose, and they're still not done. They're moving on the low ground here. There's a scout and Demo Man. Oh, it's Vic with a nice kill onto Bash. Admirable is gonna die though to Shocky's aggression, and Mike comes in to get that kill onto Vic and the double onto Brigo. So it's just Ips and Samzy alive. Their late spawns and Epsilon have taken a huge hold on second point here.
Indeed, that was a really, really nice aggression from Epsilon. The moment they killed Samzy, I don't know if you saw what Samzy did, he just kind of rushed across the point and tried to get in Numlock's face. But it was definitely evident that Epsilon knew they were going to do that. Instantly, Bash took him down. The moment they got that kill, they just pushed together as a team. Unfortunately for Mitzi, he has to sit on middle for absolutely ages as a soldier, but otherwise they just completely wiped CC, and they're going to have a full Uber advantage here, pushing on Snake was the last.
And Epsilon were kind of the team who invented or at least innovated the double scout push through the shutter door. But we're going to see a soldier Uber. Mike gets in so deep onto the heavy, gets flashed in the end by Nox running in late there. Admirable taken out by the scouts who made it in through the left side. Samzy dead as well. Oh! Damn, baby! The air shot on a Minimoose. And talk about winning a round in style.
Wow, that was an insane air shot. Who was it? Was it Mike or was it Mitzi?
That was Mike. That was...
Of course.
Jesus.
Yeah, so 1-0 to Epsilon already, and wow, that was a quick round, Rich, as we see both demo men rolling out the bottom left rollouts again. This wall hack sort of thing is really, really awesome, as we see Numlock take the first sticky, take the second sticky as well. So Numlock's going to play a bit more defensively here, actually taking so much damage, but no real aggression so far out of either team, as actually Stefan takes down Samzy, and that's a kill in the Epsilon favour already, and they're going to try and bomb forward after that kill. Soldier top right is so low, surely he's going to go down. Mitzi eventually goes down, Ips dies, and I think we have a pause, Rich, unless I've lagged out.
Yeah, we do have a pause here. Epsilon in by far the better positioning, have the better health, so this should be their middle. It looks like Clan are doing some very interesting things on mid. They seem to just want to have Samzy get a buff and just run into whatever he can find and try and win a 1v1. So far it has not been successful. It's just led to a death for Samzy both times. They can't go down a player instantly on mid. It does not work. It is not good. It is not... it puts you at a disadvantage so quickly, especially when it's a scout, and scouts kind of run this mid along with the demo because they can do so much on the roofs, they can do so much on the little huts, on the crates on the side, they can rush into kitchen and fight with a high ground advantage, and having Samzy dead both mid so far has definitely hurt Clan. They will have Admirable survive this. He is already back on second, he is holding, he has 52% to the 61 of Nox. Yeah, just weird mids out of Clan, I would say.
Yeah, I completely agree, actually, and losing a scout so early, it's just so detrimental to your middle. I didn't actually see what he did on this middle. The previous one, he pushed across the point and tried to get in Numlock's face. I don't know whether he did that again, but I'm actually getting messaged by Numlocked, and apparently Ips is lagging, but he's telling me something that Slick was talking to me earlier about, is how Epsilon, to be able to perform, they have to be hyped on the day. That's how they get the performance out of themselves. They have to be really, really into the game. And apparently on their comms right now, they're so hyped. And it would not surprise me if that continued on and they just 5-0 because of that. Like, the momentum you get from, you know, being in the right frame of mind in the TF2 is really, really helpful towards your play. And especially after 5-1 in the first map, 1-0 at the moment, and taking the second middle pretty much already, it would not surprise me for them to just push on and absolutely smash now.
Yeah, the second mid, I know you mentioned earlier, the first one he ran into Numlock to try and win the 1v1. The second one he went straight to the kitchen to try and deal with whatever was in there, but Shocky just won the 1v1. Clan will be able to set up a second defense here. Keep in mind, on the Source TV, this pause is happening in real time, but what's actually going to play out here on the mid fight and on the second fight has already happened. The pause is 90 seconds ahead of the game, actually. So this isn't some situation where like Epsilon are scheming. They're like, okay, what do we do? Do we cap middle and we move Numlock through kitchen? They've already played it out. We'll have to see what happens on second once Ips's lag ceases. We can talk a little bit about, we haven't really mentioned it, it's been talked about a lot in some of the other casts that like Vanilla have done this season and that Premium TF2 have done, but Unlocks have really changed the way Europeans play. It seems like a lot of them still don't quite have a great grasp on how to utilize them best. Like gunboats, for example. Roamers still just seem to play like the roamers of old, except now they don't have shotguns. And one of the roamers I see who really, really uses them well is Mike, because he uses them to get in fights, do damage, and get out. And Ips does them, uses them in a similar way. He gets in, he distracts a lot, and then he gets back out of the fight and comes back later. The other roamer I can think of who really uses them well is Tech. We are going to unpause here, as my little gunboat thing isn't even going to get a completion, no fruition, fulfillment out of that conversation. But we will see a second defense going to be set up here by Crack Clan. Repause. Never mind. Gunboats, Greg, what do you think of them?
Well, one of the major things with the gunboats, when you like look at Mike, you look at Tech, you look at Ips, you look at Blaze, is that the soldiers that run gunboats will always leave a rocket in their rocket launcher. That's like, you know, rule number one with running gunboats is you need that extra rocket to get out afterwards, no matter what. So that's basically like what everybody should go on. And if you shoot that rocket to try and kill someone, you're gonna die. No matter what. So it's not worth ever shooting that. Even if you put someone really low, you should just let him run away and get away yourself. So you can get out, get heals, come back in. You can rely on someone else to try and kill them. And that's kind of what people are starting to understand. Maybe not to the style of Blaze, who, you know, I've watched him play Process mid, and it just astounds me that he can just jump around with his rockets and just pick up every single health pack on the middle, deny them to everybody else, and then he's like, oh, I'll reload and come back in about 5 minutes, don't worry guys. But I'm really, really looking forward to, you know, the end of this season, once we had a full season with these unlocks, to see how the European teams play with these unlocks, because at the moment it's still kind of like a testing, you know, toe in the water style sort of thing, and I'm really loving it, I have to say. Boston Bashers helping build Uber, Gunboats is making soldiers just so much more interesting. Even the Equalizer, I mean, the fact that it's not over OP as shit as it used to be is really, really good, but it's like, you know, I think it's quite cool with the soldiers having that. Well, before, with me being a scout, like, if a soldier's running away from me faster than I am and I can't kill him because he's so far away and I'm only hitting for like 5 damage, it used to really annoy me, but I guess now that I've stopped playing, I don't mind too much. As we do see ourselves going back live here. Perfect timing.
One of the things that European roamers still haven't figured out with the gunboats, and it's going to take a few seasons, it took Americans a few seasons, you can get so much more aggressive with them than you can regularly. European roamers still seem to be playing pretty passive. Speaking of passivity, we're not going to see that at Epsilon. They jumped into the lower, got a kill on Samsey there. Many was peeked a little too far forward and got cleaned up by the scout pair. The Uber is going to come late. Might be some HUD issues here because out of a pause, the HUD gets a little nasty sometimes. It's a bug with TF2. No, not going to launch Sky High to last. Suspended by that heavy, but still got the kill? Are you kidding me? He hit him with like 3 pipes and 2 rollers there. Bash and Shocky coming in for the cleanup brigade. Gonna stick on the Ips and Brigo. Mike is in late as well. Okay, I've never seen a flying demo man with pipes only kill a heavy.
No, he put about 5 stickies under the heavy while he was in the air, and then just hit a single pipe to finish him off.
I thought I saw pipes flying and not stickies. That was very, let's just say frank, bad from Crack Clan. There's no way they should have lost the heavy there. We will take it around the middle here. That was just the second capture rather from Epsilon here. That long pause played with my sense of time a bit. Gonna see a more defensive middle out of Samsey here. Both scouts trying to play on the right side, but Epsilon getting great spam from the high ground. Their soldiers mid-scene Mike doing a ton. The bomb comes from Mike. It's a huge rocket on mini moves, and another onto Tvick and Admirable. The double kill. He's done so much damage here. He's not done. He's chasing through the window. Big bomb from Mike onto the demo. Trying to fight him here from the low ground is just gonna have to back it up. Rigo's up top now.
Yeah, sorry, I was just reading the chat about the pauses there, as we do see Epsilon, of course, taking down that middle, and they're going to be able to take the second point as well. And something, it's like, I don't want to highlight it, but I have to. Samsey's died first. 3 middles in a row. You cannot let that happen, ever. Like, you just have to play so passively. Don't take any damage if that's happening. And so he's literally losing CC these middles on his own at the moment, as we see Epsilon Uber in. CC are stuck in spawn. They're probably going to get some load of cap time in here, as actually Bash does take down Minimus and the Mike gets a sentry gun. And is there any cap time on the point? Not quite yet, but there's a lot of kills so far for Epsilon. In fact, there's only 2. I'm just not really seeing very much at all. And here we go, Epsilon are going to cap it out. And actually, no, I take it back. There aren't the 2. I need to reload my HUD. That's what's going on.
Yeah, the broken HUD after pause thing is a pretty awful bug that has been around for a while. Kind of plays with our expectations of how fights are going to go because we rely on the HUD for so much information. But Epsilon just kind of pushed in there. Tvick did get a nice 1v2 I saw onto Shocky and Bash, but Epsilon got so much point presence it really didn't matter. This is 3-0 Epsilon, and Admirable predicted to me he was going to win this. Looks like he was dead wrong so far. They need to change something on their mids. They're losing the high ground. The big bomb, speaking of, out of Mike is going to take that high ground. Ips is going to try the counter jump. Actually, that's mini moves, excuse me. He is taking the height, but he's not really doing much with it. Mitzi's moving across the point. Mike is in the kitchen right now. Mini moves will clean up Mitzi on top, but Mike is onto the medic. 2 rockets onto Admirable, is going to die there, but oh, Bash runs across the point. 3 kill out of Bash onto Ips, Samsy, and Tfik. He is going to stay there and capture while Shocky moves ahead trying to hunt down Admirable, but Ads has run away. He is already on last. That play really just came about because Mike got so aggressive, got so much pressure, and you can see Numlock is in last. Does a sticky jump in and then loops right back out. Look at the hider though. Shocky onto the medic. He's going to get him. He's so low. He takes him out the 5th shot. Oh, Epsilon. What a play. Numlock was jumping out as Shocky went in, so they were still looking at Numlock in the sky. Like, what the hell is this guy doing here? And Shocky just ran in and murdered Admirable. This should be a 4-0 here if Epsilon uses Uber properly, but Tfik is on that sniper. Gotta get to his camera, gotta see if he's gonna make it happen. Not gonna matter. Ips gets the force lower, but they cannot afford deaths here. Admirable has just spawned. Is going to start building that Uber. Bash is dead to the heavy here, but look at the damage coming out from Numlock now on this low ground. The bomb from Mini Moves takes down Numlock. Grigo plus forwarding as well. Nox is running away. Mitzi is down. They can't chase though. They have lost some people in last. Mike is in, takes down Tfik. Mini Moves as well. Mike does a ton of damage. The scout clean up his end, but Brigo with the double pipe. Oh, dearie lord. 3 pipes in a row, 2 kills for Brigo, and Crack Clan will hold against the impossible odd.
Yeah, Mike got a kill on Tfik with one of the most ridiculous rockets I've ever seen. Like, air shot him over a box. Like, I did not even expect Tfik to jump up there, but apparently he did. And there we go, though. CC do manage to hold on to last thanks to that double kill from Brago. And Epsilon going to just build up this Uber. Do they have Uber? Have they swapped anything? I'm trying to see if I can get there. No, they've still got Uber, and there's actually a sniper. Is that Tfik sniping on last? I think it probably is. She's actually pushing into lobby to try and get that medic kill. In fact, CC are trying to push out here. They think they've got a bigger Uber bounty than they do. Ads is going to have to Uber now. He's on 4 HP. Drops it.
Oh,
Ads
man.
goes down.
Crackland is siphoning players now. Ips is onto the medic, trying for the force here. Does manage to get it, but Ips is now out of position to defend last. Tfik is on very low life on this sniper. Brigo is dead. The point pressure is going to come. It's just Tfik in position to defend it, and what a thrilling round that ended in such a just sad way, really. The 4 HP Uber drop from Admirable, trying to milk it a little bit too hard. You can't really draw that much milk from a potato, Jimmy. You got to know that. I'm making full references that nobody in chat's going to get because nobody actually knows Admiral personally. But damn it, I made it anyway. We're going to take over another middle. Epsilon now with the chance to make this the winning round. Looks like they might actually go back to their Tfik strategies. Up top, he's drawing fire. He's dancing, but Samsy dead instantly. Rigo down as well. The pressure from Shocky is too much. Tfik will kill Numlock and is still alive on 6 HP, doing a ton of damage, but is cleaned up in the end. Admirable died as well. The big bomb from Minimus late. Ips is alive still. Nowhere near a position where he can do anything. He's hiding on his own too. Spotted out by the scout though and just stayed crouched AFK and died. Alright.
Yeah, and Samsy died yet again on that middle first. I actually watched him this time. He's playing the right-hand side defensive scout, and he goes on the hut, and then Numlock puts like 3 stickies onto him on the hut, and he just gets absolutely destroyed, and then the scout just charges him. Like, that is kind of like poor decision making, I think, from him, but sometimes you're forced into doing that. Actually, Mike does take a kill on Brago in lobby, so that's no demo there. There's a Pyro defensively on the right hand side, but Soldier Above is going to force the U, but actually he eventually goes down. Pyro reflecting so many rockets. Is he going to go down? Yes, Tfik goes to go down, and there we go. It's going to be capped out 5-0 in favour of Epsilon.
Yeah. Wow, that was... I honestly expected it to be closer. I didn't think Crackland would win, but I thought they would give it a good fight, and they didn't. They didn't have control of mid at any point, did they, Greg?
No, they felt like they had no control whatsoever on that map. Like, I don't know what was going on there, but whether Epsilon played it slightly differently to any of the PCWs that CC had, but they had something in the cards that was taking down Samsy right at the beginning of the round, and I have to say that shooting the scout that's on that hut right at the beginning and middle is such a default strategy for most teams that I'm really surprised that you got caught out 4 times by it. So unfortunately for them, they do lose 5-0 here on Snake Watch, especially when they thought this was their possibility to win this map. So
We talked a bit in the pregame about how Bash and Stefan don't play as much anymore, but watching that, you really wouldn't be able to tell. Bash especially was crazy over those two maps. I think he was definitely my MVP for the night, my man of the match for both maps. He was insane. He had a nice 3-kill on Snakewater Middle that we saw. He was always in the right spots, always getting streak multi-kills. It was insane, and Epsilon's just proving once again that no matter what teams form, no matter what changes happen, they are still the dominant European team. They still have more teamwork, more coordination, more time together, more experience than anyone else. And that stuff doesn't come easy. That stuff comes from hard work and practice time put in, and Epsilon have definitely done that. Maybe they deserve to take some time off and not practice as much this season, but that has been it for us here at Team Fortress TV. We will continue to provide you with some European coverage in the coming weeks as the Premiership season finishes up for ETF2L, as we go into playoffs, as some cups spawn up here and there, some more tournaments. We thank you for joining us. Make sure to hit the follow button on Twitch TV if you liked us. Make sure to check us out in the future. We will be casting more next week, I know for sure. I have been DGC. Thanks to Lex on the camera. I know the graphic still says DGC, but we just couldn't change that in time. Last second change. Thanks to Greg for joining me as the co-caster in his return to glorious casting. We have been missing Greg for about, what, 6 months now? Ever since you went to university. But do you have any shout-outs to give before we sign off, Greg?
Not particularly. Shout out to Team Fortress TV for bringing a European casting group over here and inviting me to it, really. That's what I have to say. So cheers for that, Rich.
I know people in chat want an interview, but we can't get one right now. People already leaving. Crackling a little bit sad after the victory, or after the loss, rather, I would imagine. And Epsilon just kind of known for not being so reachable for interviews. If we probably should have planned that ahead of time and actually done it. But yeah, unfortunately, no interview. We do apologize for that. Sorry, guys, but thank you for watching. Make sure to check us out as we continue our European coverage, and that will be all. Signing out, I am DJC. Thank you once again.